The anxiety is just crippling. Like, I guess it's just trying to get on top of your nerves. It's just managing those emotions and those feelings before you step on the floor.
I think with skipping, you definitely have to see it to believe it at such a high level. People just don't really understand the intricacy.
You just say, oh yeah, we do skipping, and they're just like, oh cool, like we did that in primary school as well.
Queenslanders Lily Barker, Jake Eve and Luke Boone are jump rope skippers. Very, very good ones.
I guess as far as results go, our team is #1 in the world at the moment.
I've been the individual world champion as well as the team world champion. I was the first male to break 200 skips in 30 seconds. So that was sort of my claim to fame in the skipping world. Back in primary school, I used to just skip at lunchtime, and then I was at a school fete, and that's where I saw the girl do the back sole. You know, they were doing these absolutely insane things, and I think my jaw hit the floor.
I guess at the time, all of my friends were doing like cricket and soccer and football and stuff, so skipping wasn't like the normal thing for a boy to do.
I had a lot of grief in primary school with that, and lots of the, you know, are you gay because you skip, back when I was 10, like, you know, you don't even think of that stuff. I persevered, and I'm so glad I did, and I didn't listen to them. And then by the time I was in sort of late high school, I was known as the skipping kid, and you know, everyone thought it was a bit cool.
Perfect, good job. For Luke and Jake, it was really, probably really challenging when they first started skipping. People just didn't know what it was, but here they were with like international world records and national anthems being played for them, and actually quite famous in the sport of skipping across the world. Hi, I'm Carolyn Barker, and I'm a Year 3 primary school teacher at Cleveland State Primary School, and I coach the Australian rope skipping team as well.
Miss Barker is the most important person in probably all of our lives. The amount of children's life she's touched in her 20 years as a teacher and as a skipping coach is just phenomenal.
I wouldn't be where I am right now without her. She's just at a competition, always right there. She always knows the right things to say before you go up.
Okay, let's do a couple of 30s. We're aiming for consistency, good timing, and of course for that 30 seconds, no mistakes.
Skippers ready, set.
I'm pretty familiar with her. She's actually my mum, so I think she's absolutely incredible. She's actually the most successful coach of all time in rope skipping.
A lot of people sort of ask, why skipping? I think it's just, there's something really fascinating about skipping for me, because it has that demonstration element where there's all the acrobatics done to music, and there's timing, and that's got the sort of gymnastics feel to it. And then there's the speed element. Got to be a lot of trust, and the best way to breed that trust is to become really good mates. You wouldn't want to do a sport like this with people you didn't get along with, because you have to spend so much time with them.
Okay.
Here we go.
Let's go.
We're around each other pretty much 24/7. We live at our skipping hall where we train. It's like our second home.
We sacrifice a lot, but what we've gained from that, it surpasses anything that, you know, that we would have missed as a teenager.
I guess I probably see my skipping team more than I see my own family, but I just can't imagine my life without these guys in it. Like, that we're all on the same page.
Being in sync.
Yeah, being in sync with each other.
Yeah.
Internationally competitive skipping is booming, with surging interest in Asia driving the sport towards professionalism.
There's actually skipping schools in China, like designed just for rope skipping. And here, like you mentioned rope skipping, people don't even know what it is. Australian rope skipping was probably a huge part of setting a benchmark for the rest of international rope skipping. And it's really funny now to see that the tables have sort of turned in terms of it's become such a professional sport in all the other countries.
We've got all these Asian countries that are training out like it's an Olympic sport, 6 hours a day, 3 or 4 days a week. But the Chinese revolution of jump rope has its perks too. Luke, Lily and Jake were this month flown to the country for an international skipping event to be broadcast on state TV. They also return next year for the World Championships in Shanghai.
Overseas, I think you would be really surprised as to see how many skippers there really are. You know, Belgium, Canada, Germany, like literally name a country, it's there.
And there are some in the skipping world who harbour even grander plans for the sport.
At the last few competitions, we've had people from the actual Olympic board watching the competition. So it's definitely recognised now. It's just getting the sport more exposure, but hopefully in the next 10 years or so, it'll be there.
Any of the times the kids have won individually at World Championships and they play the national anthem, that is just, but it's tear-jerking. It makes me a bit teary now thinking about it. How do we get from the Redlands to some huge international platform and all of a sudden, you know, and it's just really nice sort of feeling and all that hard work paying off.
I definitely see myself skipping in the future and for years from now. It's such an honour to be there for a sport at the highest level, knowing that you can say you are actually at the World Championships with your best friends, and I think that's so crazy.